Hey everyone, Hugh here. Today I'm reviewing the Epomaker TH80-X, which is a 75% cascade mount hot swappable wireless mechanical keyboard with a 1-inch LCD, a knob, and a massive 8000 mAh battery capacity. Now, first of all, disclaimer, this is a review unit provided by the company, and the price of this keyboard is US $99. Now, this keyboard is actually one of 4 TH80 keyboards. The other 3 are the TH80 Pro, TH80 Regular Edition, and TH80 SE. I don't have the other 3 keyboards, so I can't tell you what are the major differences. So in this review, we'll just look at this keyboard. Let me give you the bottom line up front. This is a beautiful keyboard with solid build quality. The keycaps are custom designed with bevel edges and rounded off corners. Typing experience is good. The sound is on the louder side. Personally, I prefer a dampened sound profile. Anyway, this is down to personal preference. This LCD display is quite useful. It shows date and time, connection type, battery life, keyboard layout, shortcut groups, and you can use the knob above here to switch between showing the status and a photo or a GIF. This knob can be used to adjust volume, or if you press down, you can use this to change lighting effects and other settings. The battery life is excellent because the battery capacity is 50 to 100% larger compared to typical mechanical keyboards. Alright, downsides. The typing sounds slightly hollow to me, relatively speaking, compared to other mechanical keyboards I have tested. And the other downside is to switch between Windows and Mac keyboard layout. There are more steps involved. You have to press this down here and turn and press again to switch between Mac and Windows. So it's several steps compared to other keyboards where you can just press function with some key for a single step switch. The design aesthetic is on the casual side, so for people who prefer more serious looking keyboards, this design may not work for you. The pricing to me is quite reasonable. Alright, on to the full review. These are the items included in the box. So that's the keyboard. This is a 1.5 meter long braided USB-A to USB-C charging cable. We have the manual. It's best to go through this so that you can know all the keyboard shortcuts that are available to this keyboard, or you can download the PDF manual from their website. This is a 2-in-1 keycap and switch puller, 3 extra Epomaker Flamengo switches. These are linear type switches and they are factory pre-lube. So this is very smooth. Let's take a closer look at the design. So this keyboard is available in 2 color schemes. This is gray-green, the other one is mint green, and both are pastel-like color schemes with soft colors. The switches available to this keyboard are all linear type switches, namely Gatoron Black, Gatoron Yellow, Epomaker Flamengo, and Epomaker Wisteria. I use both Mac and Windows computers, and I use Mac more often. Unfortunately, the company did not include extra keycaps for Mac keyboard layout. So if you want to buy the exact same design for the keycap, it's going to be quite challenging because these are custom designed keycaps from the company that feature the bevel edges on the 4 sides and the rounded off corners. These are the so-called NAE profile, a custom profile, and these are made with double shot ABS material. I really love the texture on the keycaps, which is slightly smoother compared to other keycaps that I have used, so this feels really nice. That's the power button, by the way, the USB-C charging port. This is a 75% keyboard with 79 keys and 1 knob. We have the full function row here from F1 to F12. That's the delete key. Pitch up and down are below the 1-inch LCD. There are no home and end keys. Those are the arrow keys beside the shift. And we have the function key beside the right alternate, beside the space bar. Wow, the rubber feet behind has excellent grip on the table. And there are 5 big pieces There are two fold-out feet. Okay, that's the shorter one with also some rubber at the bottom, and this is the taller one also with rubber. And here you can find a USB-A receiver that you can store very securely here. So once the feet is down like this, there is no way for this to come out accidentally. I like this off-white color, and this surface texture is rougher compared to the keycaps. So this keyboard features a 3-layer design. There's the bottom layer, the middle layer, and the top layer. These are the Epomaker Flamingo switches. These are linear type switches, which are pre-lubed and they are buttery smooth. This keyboard is hot swappable with 3 5-pin switches. Let me switch on the lights. So the lights are south facing. The lights do not go through the keycaps though. My typing experience on this keyboard is good. It feels fast and breezy. I was able to type quite fast. Let's hear the difference between the typing sound of Epomaker TH80-X versus Epomaker TH80-X. The sound of TH80-X is dampened noticeably. I definitely prefer the sound that I get from this. Yep, it's definitely brighter here. And the keys sound slightly hollow, relatively speaking. There are 18 beautiful lighting effects to choose from, and you can use either the function key shortcuts or the knob to switch between different effects and also adjust lighting settings such as brightness or the speed. And when you switch or adjust lighting effects, the name of the effect will show up on the LCD. So the lights are really beautiful. And because this keyboard has such a large battery capacity, you can actually just keep the lights on all the time. I did not measure the battery life because it's difficult to measure. Anyway, the battery life indicator is here on the LCD display. When you see the battery life is low, you can just charge the keyboard, so it's difficult to deplete the battery all the way down to 0. So on this LCD display, there are other information such as the date and time. That's the caps lock status, the battery indicator. This 1, 2, 3 thing is for the shortcut groups. The 2.4 is the connection type, so it's between 2.4, Bluetooth and cable. And that's the Mac and keyboard switch. This knob can be used to adjust volume and switch between the photo or GIF mode and the status mode. And when you press, you can go into the menu to switch between different lighting effects or the color settings. And if you want to switch your keyboard layout from Mac to Windows, you have to look for the OS mode, press again and switch. I don't like how this works because if you are using Mac, for example, and you want to switch to Windows, you have to press once, look for the OS mode, press again and switch. So it takes several steps. The colors and the brightness of the LCD look alright. It looks better in real life compared to what my camera can capture, although I wish the colors can be more vibrant and the display can be brighter. Let's see what you can do with the driver. In order to use the driver, you have to connect the keyboard to your computer with a cable and switch the connection type to, let me see, cable connection. This driver allows you to customize shortcuts for the function keys if you don't like the default shortcuts. You can use the driver to switch between different lighting effects and adjust the lighting settings. You can program macros. You can draw something on this sketch pad here and upload that image to the LCD display, or you can upload an image, a photo, or a GIF to the keyboard. The uploading process is quite slow, so be prepared to wait. And under share, you can share macros, GIFs, and that's pretty much it for this driver. Alright, to conclude, this is a beautiful, well-made keyboard. The main selling points for me are the design. If you like this kind of design and the color scheme, the LCD display is quite useful. The battery life is excellent. The lighting effects are beautiful. Typing experience for me is very positive, although I wish the keys could be dampened more because I prefer quieter environment, but this is really down to personal preference. The pricing is quite reasonable. Alright, thanks for watching. If you guys are interested to buy this keyboard, you can check out the purchase links that I have for you in the video description below. See you guys again. Bye.